Back at it again out here. Gonna try some more friction fire skills with Chaga. And it's been raining all day, so my feet are soaked and I want to get a good fire going. And just enjoy the day. Alright, here we have a dead poplar tree. And one of the benefits to finding a dead poplar tree, if it's in the right state, is that the inner bark has all these fine fibers that you could break down and use for a tinder bundle. So this stuff looks to be in the perfect condition, so I'm gonna just start harvesting away. It's definitely my favorite tinder material. And if you know what you're looking for, it works every time, even if it's a little damp. Parker! Okay, so I need to process the tinder bundle. It's a little bit wet because it's been raining, but that'll dictate where I start with this fire. I want to dry this out first, so I'll process it and then I'll place it up in a tree somewhere in a breezy area so that it could dry out while I gather firewood and all the other materials. So basically it's pretty simple. You just rip it apart. Pull the fibers apart. The more surface area, the better. So you really want to pull it apart fine. So that's pretty good for now. I'll do some more once it's a bit drier. Like my hands are wet touching this, so it's gotta have some time to dry. So I'll go place it up in a tree. So I got all my firewood in place. I put it next to this nice rock that will make a good chair for my tired legs. And then I'm just gonna use these rocks here to build up a little pit. And then we'll go. So the sun is out now, but the wood is still a little bit wet, as you can see. So I decided to do an upside down fire. That way the wood has time to dry out as the fire, you light the fire on top with all the small fuel, and then it slowly burns its way down to the bigger, wetter logs. And this is a good fire to have if you are doing an overnight and you just want some light throughout the night. It does, because the fire burns on top, it does give off a lot of heat. Oh, we got something over there, something big moving. I don't see anything. That sounded big though. That's probably a moose. There's no deer in this area. They can't live off the moss like the moose and the caribou can. Where are you? Can't hear anything anymore. Okay, yeah, so upside down fire. All I have to do now is gather some tinder and just light a fire on top. So I'm going to be doing a Chaga fire plow friction fire, and it'll be my first time doing it. I'm no expert in it, but I thought it'd be cool to film my first time trying it. And I'll explain a little more as I do it. Grab my tinder bundle. Wow, it's a lot drier. I can still feel some moisture, but it's looking good. So chaga is a fungus that grows on the birch tree. The medicinal properties of it are unreal. It's best in the world. Has anti-cancers, anti-inflammatories, you name it, it's good for you. And after you use it for tea, you could save the chunks, which I did here, and use it for tinder. I even light it and leave it around camp in the early summer for it repels mosquitoes. And if you look it up online, it's endless what this stuff could do. And I'm gonna use it for friction fire today. Okay, so I got everything ready to go. I got my piece of chaga. All I did was carve a V shape into here, into the log, and just use force and friction. Wish me luck. Shit. So I had it. It's blackened, but chaga piece broke on me, so I'm gonna have to try it again. Okay, this piece is a lot more solid, but it's a lot smaller, so it's gonna be hard to keep bearing down on it, but we'll just have to find a way to do it. Just wondering how. Oh. Got an ember. It was way harder than I thought. It took way longer than I thought too. Good thing about chaga is once it's lit, it's not going out. It's solid. It's like a rock.